I surprisingly woke up one day not knowing that. Okay, I'm lying. I did know Collegrove was coming. I got the inside scoop that the Collegrove album was coming, and they here, man. Titty 2 Chainz is here. Weezy is here. What's up, man?
Yeah, it's cracking.
How you feeling?
Just cooling.
You cooling?
Yeah, ATL with it.
Y'all just shut the A-Town down the other night, man. Shout out the Title, too. That was something amazing.
Yeah, shout out to Title. Shout out to all the people that came out, all the fans. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those things where I think if you actually had the streaming service, you could come for free. This is my first time seeing a line go up. Okay, what street is Tabernacle on?
It's what street is it?
Because it ended up, the line was on a whole nother street.
Around the corner.
Yeah, it was on, the line was on a whole nother street. So that it felt good. I hadn't done a show in Atlanta in a long time. And then, Tune brought out a lot of people probably from, outside of Atlanta too, because it was a wide range you could see.
That was your first time probably performing here since Birthday Bash?
Yeah, definitely. Well, Chainz, I came out on Chainz show at the Tabernacle recently and cranked them folks up.
All right.
Yeah.
But Collegrove though. This album, the two of y'all together, you guys have been making some quality music together for some time, man. This album, I got word, through my peoples that it was coming. First of all, the title, you got to tell me, who came up with the title, and did it come in a session? Did it come in a moment of just, 5 a.m., this is perfect? College Park, Collegrove?
Honestly, it was one of those things that was so easy that it was hard to think of. Greg Street actually kind of bounced that idea, because I'm shooting a movie too, and we shot the Take Over the Trap, Rest Over Bankroll, so we about to shoot another movie, and so we was just going over ideas with Greg Street about the movie. So he was saying, you and Wayne ought to do the movie and call it Collegrove, but me and Wayne working on his album. So I was like, that's hard, you know what I'm saying? And I just took it and I hit Tune, see how he felt about it. And he was like, that's dope. And we just, ran with it.
How long?
Collegrove.
How long did the process of putting this album together? How long did that take?
It was like a year, huh?
Yeah, at least a year. I mean, ever since we've known each other, we've been just recording,
right?
Mad records and everything. But a year ago, we said, I'm saying, I'm gonna put an album. I kept asking the boy, but he was like, I'm doing something. I was like, man, I ain't gonna ask your ass no more. That's why I really was on that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then he I hit him one more time, man. We could do this shit, man. It's so easy, bro. We could do 4, 5 songs, be done. And bro, hit me up. I hit him up. He was like, bro, I'm down. You know what I'm saying? And then, from then on, it became a thing where we sat in and did a few records,
right? Which
was good. Like the Bounce record, we actually did in the same room
together.
Yeah, so that energy made us be like, you know what I'm saying? Then by us knowing each other and feeling each other out, it was easy to just send each other records, and it was a real fun process. So it's way more songs that we recorded that hopefully you guys will have a chance to hear, one day, real soon. We just had to really pick through.
We need
through the best of the best to pick the
Collegrove too.
We need that.
Wayne, how did you feel the first time you heard Tit's dedication to you?
Yeah, that was one of those songs. It was unexpected. He didn't tell me he was doing it. He just sent it to the Dropbox, and I just checked it out. And when I checked it out, I called him. It was a moment. Yeah, it was a moment. It was definitely a moment. Yeah, it was a pretty personal feeling. So I think that's enough said on it. It was a pretty personal feeling. It was a moment, man. It's. I've been in a group. You know what I mean? And we never got the chance to appreciate each other, express our appreciation for each other, but we never did. We always had a goal, and we tackled that goal. But to hear those type of words on the song, coming from the homie, I felt some kind of way. That was a moment. I appreciate that.
And it's not just him too. It's he could say, that he wouldn't be here without you. Really, Drum can say that. Cannon can say that. Nicki, Drake. So all these superstars in their own right can say that about you.
The whole
and then it's people that took from everybody that he put on. You got DJs that took from you.
Right.
people that took from me,
Right.
people like, you know, and then like it's like you know what I'm saying, on some genetics thing.
DNA touches everybody.
You got some DNA, but then you like it's a lot of people because like with this Snapchat, Vine, and Instagram, everybody have like a short attention span, ADHD. They're like nobody can remember. Like this whole society is so microwavable now. Everything's so quick. Is this one scam come out, and then this other scam come out. You forget about
real fast.
You know, you slick. Pray it's another scam come out if it got to do with you. You just whatever it is, it just keeps moving. So to me, I felt like people forgot. Like was tripping on my boy. I'm like y'all tripping. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I couldn't. I was just mind boggled. So like my whole third album, Slick dedicated to the boy. You know what I'm saying? To just that's how I felt. I see how people was moving. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking back. I'm telling them shit that he don't even remember we did before. You know what I'm saying? But one thing he know we used to do is get geeked like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at everybody that's taking the whole campaign.
I started feeling that way towards some of the dedications too. Like when we was doing them and people was being extra critical, and I'm like, yo, y'all niggas still act like he's not rapping better than 98% of the rest of the rap game.
For real, that's what I'm saying.
Regardless of what beat it is going on here.
And that's what it is. Like as far as being on a upper echelon, as far as being a rap artist on that God level, that's what tune is. You know what I'm saying? And everybody try to be on that level. And if they don't be on that level, they settle for where they at and try to manipulate everything. But I think.
They don't try to be on that level.
They don't even try? They don't even try? See, I try to be on God level. Right. You dig what I'm saying? I try to be eye to eye with.
Think they trying.
Yeah.
Right, they don't. They settle for what they settle for what works. And it's working. It works for them. And that's why you don't hear me knocking them. You don't hear me hating, saying this is that or this shouldn't be or you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that, because it actually works for them. So if it works, it works. But I'm just a part of a different culture, a different wave of music. And that wave was, Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie. And that at that time, it was all about being the best. I mean, I'm quoted for saying I'm the best rapper alive. I mean, nowadays, they ain't even trying to be the best rapper, the best at anything. They're just trying to be them and do what the other people say is okay. And I'm not a part of that culture, and I'm damn sure happy I'm not.
Where do y'all think it went wrong?
It never went wrong. It never went wrong. It's just this is where it went. You know, it never went. It was just this is where it's at. It never went. It's not wrong because we still here.
Right.
It's just this is where it's at, and where it went when it went that way is I think is when we start actually giving the younger artists an ear. You know, because back then there was people like me. I had to solidify myself because not only was I wasn't young enough. I mean, I wasn't old enough to talk about what they were talking about and to talk about what was popping so now I think once we actually started giving the younger people an ear, and I think that's where music, I want to say like around the Soulja Boy type of thing. You know what I mean? When we start giving those people an ear and start actually paying attention to what they were saying, and I think that's when that curve came.
Take me back to the time the album starts with it's a clip, I think probably off a DVD, when it's Tune you saying telling Chris, let Tick come on over to Young Money and everything, and take me back to that time, those early years. I remember, what was that, about 08, 07 type,
Yeah, it was 7, 8 around there.
I was around when he was doing the Young Money thing, when he was starting the whole Young Money thing. I was around, but like I was never around Wayne. Like, if you're around Wayne, he a rapper. Like, he a rapper. His habits, the thing that he do as a rapper. When you was around me early on, you wouldn't really know I was a rapper unless I handed you a CD or something, because that wasn't my campaign. I wasn't about to get in your cipher. I wasn't about to freestyle. I wasn't about to do that. I was kind of just to myself.
You was a fly nigga.
Yeah, a fly nigga.
Something.
Yeah, I had a few things going on.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? So, man, bro, that's how we kicking it. You know what I'm saying? He know I dibble and dab in the rap, but he don't know if I'm, really taking it serious or not. You dig what I'm saying? So that, when he found out that I'm taking it serious, he, asked me to join. And the only reason why I didn't join at the time was because I was in player circle. And for some reason, I just didn't, and I know what the reason, I just didn't want to look at it like, because I'm from the streets, obviously. So I didn't want to look at it like I was click hopping, and not click hopping from Luda, it was like I still was attached to Dollar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who's really like my friend, not without a rap. So for this particular time, he like, bro, you might well fuck with me. We rocking shit. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it was. You know what I'm saying? And he know I'm always them. That shit deeper than rap. Period. I'm always gonna be with whatever he doing. I'm with him. Period. You know what I'm saying? To the point where it may have hurt me sometime in the game because I ain't got nothing to do with nothing bro got going on. But bro, if bro got something going on, it's affecting me. I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fucking with whoever that is. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it's been up to today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that invitation. And then it was an open invitation. It never had an expiration on it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, man, you don't let me know something about tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, my nigga, whenever, you know what I'm saying, we rocked out. And I felt like, and I told him, I said, bro, this a dream come true. When we had a date for this shit to drop, I said, bro, it's a dream come true for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it's a dream come true for me. You know how many albums bro was gonna do with niggas? Everybody know that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of
them and didn't get done.
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, I could name about 3, 4.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. For whatever the reasons was.
Yeah, shout to Joel Santana. Shout to Jeezy. Shout to Drizzy. But the Collegrove one really got done.
Yep. Yeah. So that's a blessing, man. I pray for that to happen. So I appreciate it.
Let's get into some more music. 888 Shade 45 Friday night. Collegrove Special Edition. This is just part 1.
Right now you're listening to Shade 45.
Shade 45.
Wait, what's it called again? I'm blinking. Shade 45.
The hype is real.
Friday night shit. 888 Shade 45. Streets is watching. The Academy. Shout to Don Cannon. Trendsetter DJ Scent. Sarah Vivon. Speaker Fox. B-How on them boards. We are here. Lil Wayne. Titty 2 Chainz. Collegrove. The album in stores right now.
When y'all was at the show, at the title show, there was a moment where a fan or somebody in the audience threw some CDs up on the stage, and you kind of stopped the show for a minute. He was like, yo, it's 2016. That's not how we do it. That's not how we do shit now. You know, it's streaming.
Well, Tone put the CD in his pocket, so shout out to whoever it is. But nah, this is really what, it's really like, come on. All right. But it's really like, through all the joking around, it was some truth in that because I'm a part of the transition of hard copies to just straight, you know what I'm saying, digital, straight streaming, straight Tidal, Spotify, Apple, you know, audio is like 4 or 5. You know what it is. You know, it's that. You have those services or you ain't in the group. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about to be. It's like,
in the group.
You ain't in. You can't. Fam, my CD dropped. The CD dropped, fam, like 3 weeks after. I told them I could have pressed them up quicker than that, fam. Right. The physical, we'll have it ready in 3 more weeks. Like, and they was like, you want to wait till the CD drop? Like, hell nah, man. Drop because even with dropping music now, it doesn't come out on Tuesday. It comes out on Friday. Even with dropping music now, it's more of a post promotion than a pre. Like when you say your album dropping May or April 25th, it's kind of different because shit going on so much. This person gonna get a new car. This person gonna dump this person. They gonna forget your shit dropping, fam. Right. By the time it's supposed to drop. So now you drop it, and then you go do...
One thing about that, something me, Mac, and Taz always laugh about. That's true what you said, but still when you say Tune got something dropping, I'm breaking in and they waiting for that day.
I'm riding with you, nigga. Here you talking about?
That's because these artists don't shoot for that level no more. They are okay with, I dropped my shit and hey, I did this move on this video and it's okay, then that, not me. I'm still shooting for the B. I want the world to stop when my shit drop.
But everybody doesn't get excited about all those artists the way you bring excitement to the game. When
they don't give them nothing to get excited about. Yeah.
You guys, speaking of that too, like, it's a lot of trends that y'all both have started. I don't know if you always get credited for. Saw a lot of logos with a lot of cups.
Y'all crazy.
A lot of times, I remember the first person I saw doing it.
That ain't come from me, so I don't
need
no
definitely
credit
come
for
from
it.
me.
Yeah, I don't need no credit for that. I ain't create that.
No, I think the Codeine Cowboy, that was you.
Cowboy.
Yeah,
I'm a cowboy now.
You had some cups.
I'm a cowboy.
But I'm telling you now, I was drinking. Okay, we was on
Zach,
the sauce.
But was the first with the logos on the cups?
I've never did that.
You want to take credit?
I've never put a logo on the cover.
Yeah, I did. I sold them bitches.
Yeah.
Man, them folks come to the trap.
Yeah, Tiss sold them.
I sold them bitches, but them folks coming to the spot on the net, getting there you dig, and a whole 10 of cups going for the 50. Yeah, having the logo on them. Hey, Matt, what are you talking about? Because, see, everybody drinking at the spot. You dig what I'm saying? You ain't got to go to the corner store. You dig what I'm saying? We having the cups and the ice right here. So, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want no, that's one of them things. It make you look like a bitter person or one of them, them skits Puff used to do, the mad rapper.
Right.
I can't never. I seen a lot of styles that if I do, it going to make me seem like I'm biting. Right. And I know I brought a lot of this shit to you dig?
Most definitely.
You understand me? But it's like, man, I can't even do that. I can't even wear my shit like that. I can't even do that because if I do it, they gonna say I'm biting. You dig what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things. And then sometimes in this game, it looks like biting is almost acceptable.
Yeah,
so that's kind of like, I don't know. I'm kind of like on with bras to that because I'm like not.
Yeah, again to that, I'm glad they don't bite nothing I do. They don't try to do nothing. They just let me be me and they look at it as that's tune. That's tune. Let them do. That's tune.
He said nobody try to bite him, but
everybody try.
Nah, they don't bite me. Nobody can't. You can't be the best rapper. You can't be the best rapper. It is hard to do that.
I mean, that's definitely fair to say. The mixtape game wouldn't be to where
that's
it is
not
now.
biting, man. That's just adding to the few to the fight.
888 Shade 45 Friday night. Tunchi is here. Titty 2 Chainz is here. This is so legendary tonight. This doesn't happen very often, man. Let's get into something. It's only right, man. You know what I'm saying? Cannon, you ready? Trendsetter's here. Sarah Vivon, Speaker Fox, what up? B-How, what's up? Let's go.
Check it. This is your fucking captain speaking. Welcome to Shade 45, bitch. Shade 45. The hype is real.
888 Shade 45 Friday night. Streets is watching. We here. Lil Wayne, Titty 2 Chainz, Collegrove, the album in stores right now.
You mentioned you've been in the game for 20 years now. How do you think the formula for success has changed in the 20 years?
I don't think the formula for success has changed. I think the definition of success changed. Yeah, that's all.
How so?
Like I said earlier, back when I was, my culture with success is, again, ruling it. Success. It's almost like Greg Popovich with the Spurs. They ask him little things like, y'all about to break this record, and does that matter? It doesn't matter to him. When they got a team like the Warriors, where the record is what they're playing for this year. If you don't get the ring, if you're not the best at the end of the day, then it doesn't matter. And that's the culture I come from, and that's what success was. And
so every year it feels like you got to play for the chip.
Yeah. Anything I do, if I'm gonna put out a mixtape, right, I want it to be classic. I want it to be something you could listen to 10 years from now. Just like when I walk and I meet people and they be like, man, Dedication 3, I still listen to that every day and things like that. When I see players and they be like, man, I had to listen to that No Ceilings 1 just to get right for this Super Bowl game and things like that. And I believe that's success. And nowadays, success is, you can do something. You don't have to put music out anymore.
Right.
You can walk up to somebody on the street and hopefully somebody's filming something you said or did, and boom. I got to ask my daughter all the time, who's that and what they do again. He the one famous for saying, like, he's what? He's famous for saying that? Okay. I mean, so,
Somebody asked me the other day to rate the dedications. Let me think.
2 is my favorite.
Two's, I put 2 first, then I'll go 1. Then I'll probably go 3, then maybe 5, then maybe 4, and I think I think 2 overall was just, you was in your bag, 100%.
I don't remember any of them. So.
3 is important though because at the time 3 was really even though all of them was Young Money Presents, 3 was really like the real introduction to Young Money. And I remember when it came out and people was kind of fronting on it at the time. But you knew what you was doing. You was ahead of the curve clearly. Nicki was on the tape, Drake was on the tape, Tiger was on the tape, Mac was on the tape, and it really gave your whole team a chance to shine. And after that, we are in 2016 with some of the biggest superstars in the world. You know what I'm saying? What's that like for you to have a vision and to see that vision come into fruition and, come from a generation?
Humbling. It's humbling. Yeah. Plain and simple. To say, to see the smiles on those people those names you just named, to see what happens for them. That's all it's about, to see those people help their families, to see those people become something and believe in themselves. Because of course it starts with me believing in them. And to see those people see them see that my vision and see what I was seeing from day one, and to capitalize on it. And that's the only thing that matters from it. Everything else is nothing. That right there is the best feeling ever, to see them smile, to be able to just what it is, the barbershop commercial keep coming on, just to see Nicki on there, and just, that's gratifying, man. That's awesome. Just to watch, I watch ESPN all day, to see them include Drake in their normal conversations like he's a coach, like he's to see that happen.
You see what he did to that man?
Just like little things like that. Anything, you talking about the Bulls guy?
Yeah.
Little things like that.
He caught it in the locker room. I know he did.
So little things like that. I'm like, man, that's what I did it for.
Well, let's talk about that. You're a big sports fan. Kobe, that's your favorite player, right? So, with the situation that the Lakers have going on right now, what would you do if you were Byron Scott with D'Angelo Russell?
How sad they are. Whew. Oh, you mean
with
D'Angelo Russell? Yeah.
If I was the coach?
Yes.
I think I'd probably take that route he took. He kind of took the route like, man, they men. Though he's young, though everybody keeps saying he's young, he kind of took it like, they're men. And this is a personal inside situation. I'm gonna let them handle it. I'm not a father. He was like, he's kind of like, I don't think he said all these words, but kind of like, he's not a father. I'm not their fathers. And this is something, if somebody is going to say something to him, it should be their fathers, somebody of that, you know what I mean? But he kind of took it like they're men, and this is not a basketball situation, So if I was the coach, I think I'd take that position, but he's getting a bunch of flack for that. A lot of people are saying, he should have and should do this and should do that. Well, what if you were in his shoes, what would you do? So I think I'd take that position. Like, y'all men, I'd probably tell both of them something on the low, and specifically, personal, like, man, with this, what's that, blah, 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 blah. Other than that, they're men. Y'all handle that the way y'all handle that. And just make sure when y'all handle it, it's not in my locker room.
Right.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. They're getting booed at home, man. Speaking of sports, too, a lot of people, in comparison, a lot when it comes to the rap game, a lot of people like to say, like, Hove is Jordan, you're Kobe. And
I'm Kobe?
And who could be LeBron? Okay. Are you LeBron? Who are you?
I'm on the radio.
He's on the radio.
That's a good one.
See, you a big basketball fan, too. You be at all the Hawks games.
I make my rounds. I make my rounds at the Hawks game, I'm a huge Kobe fan myself. Lakers fan, get that from Pop, Love, and Magic and all that. But at the same time, I'm from the ATL, so, I support them Hawks and all their endeavors. I like to put them, whatever I'm wearing on their wood, you dig what I'm saying? And that's really like date night for me and my daughter, so I get to go out with them and, Harry the Hawk, the whole nine, kick it on some family type vibe,
Is there a player you like to see come to the Hawks?
I mean, yeah, that. You like to see stuff. You like to see the superstars. You like to see Oklahoma come.
He's a free agent.
You like to see. Oh, you talking about would I like to see a player come to the Hawks? Oh yeah. I always like to see a player come to the Hawks, but nobody's going to come to the Hawks.
Why not?
Because I just feel like Atlanta is one of those cities that it's something to do every single.
It's a lot going on.
It's a lot going on.
I talked to AI about that one time.
And when I say the level of focus here, you have to have so much focus here. I don't even know a college student that can graduate in 4 years around because there's so much to do. It's like this stuff it's so much to do in Atlanta from Monday. It's something to do every single night. You can find something to do. Damn, it's like 99 strip clubs here. And even if that's not your swag, there's so many regular population clubs and bars and hookah spots and lounges and kicking spots. If you're not focused, you know what I'm saying, the older generation or the younger back in the day Hawks, you would see them out all the times at the clubs. You dig what I'm saying? They would drink and have horrible games. So I just felt like no real superstar will come here and want to just like.
It's tough.
I just don't. I mean, it would definitely change the decor of the games. It'd be crazy because we got fans that want to come out and support it, but
A lot of times at the game, sometimes the opposing team fans.
Exactly, opposing team. But man, we need. I would love to have a superstar, but Durant definitely ain't coming here. Y'all ain't even got to even put that on the list.
Dwight might come home.
The White might come home. He about ready to come home for real. That's my partner. But the White about ready. He's definitely looking like he ain't fucking with the situation he in. At least that's his body language. And so he might come home. I can see him playing for the Hawks. That, you know what I'm saying, and signing out after that. I can see that.
Who you got winning the Final Four?
Villanova.
Of course you gonna say that.
I would like to see Oklahoma win. I mean, not even that. I like Bobby. I like Dude. I like Dude.
Buddy.
I like Buddy. I said Bobby. I like Buddy.
Bahamas?
Buddy Hill. Yeah, I like him.
Yeah.
I like him because what it is I compare last year's top 1 and 2 picks with this year's top 1 and 2 picks, was going to be Buddy and Ben. Or they got the other guy from they got a 6'9" dude from Duke, right? What's that dude name?
Ben Simmons might come to the Sixers if we get the number 1 pick.
I think the Lakers going to get the number 1 pick. We need that. We need that. But I like Buddy. North Carolina looks good. I don't know. It's all, everybody bracket has been busted with this shit. So it's just interesting to watch it.
Hold on, man. Let's get into some music. What we want to do? We want to do some Weezy. We want to do some 2 Chainz. Let's go back to back. No pun intended. 888 Shade 45 Friday night. Let's go.
You checking out Shade 45. Eminem Shade 45. Sirius XM.
The hype is real.
888 Shade 45 Friday night. Streets is watching. We here. Lil Wayne, Titty 2 Chainz, Collegrove, the album in stores right now. Tony, you still watch the Sports Center every day?
You know it.
You got your Young Money Sports Agency, and y'all just signed Reggie Northrop.
From Florida State, yeah.
What do you hope to bring to his career and his success?
The whole idea of me even doing this and starting an agency is to help these kids off the field, to make sure they have lives and to make sure they have careers and things set off the field. They're gonna do what they do on the field, and that's what they do. But off the field, that's my whole thing, to make sure they have something to fall back on, something to count on, because it's never guaranteed on the field.
Right.
You can go out the first day, you can go out and practice, you can go, and it's so many people positioning for the same position, and you have to be noticed, and you have to be picked, and you have to be loved, and that takes a lot. So again, my job is to make sure they have something off the field that they can be just as successful, if not more. Plain and simple.
Right.
Collegrove, the album is out right now. Shot the Title too. I was thinking back too. You did a massive deal with Title. I saw the Samsung commercials as well. You got like 5 or 6 of those.
I think a few of them out there.
They're coming.
I don't got a Samsung.
I love that last motherfucker though. That
pour the champagne.
I love that. The champagne that Kenny, I'm gonna answer this in the fish tank. That's funny. That shit hard. I got the fucking phone and the fucking VR shit, so that shit's hard.
You got that?
That shit hard. Piece, that be hard. So can't wait to be on the plane, fucking looking at a movie. I just got myself. That shit a wave right there, man.
They got a new one out right now, new commercial. I just saw it the other night for the first time and fucked me up.
You?
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the one with you and Nino.
What's the new one?
I'm walking in a grocery store and I'm already pouring the champagne on the phone as I'm walking in. I stop, asked the grocery dude, the clerk behind the store, that's he looking at me like I'm crazy. He looking like, wait. I stop and ask him, hey, where you keep the champagne at? And he point to it. I just keep pouring. I go in there, I grab the champagne. I finish pouring it. I empty it out when I get to the desk. Put that one there and grab the new one, pop the top right there.
Keep pouring champagne on that bitch.
I pay with the wet phone and everything. Yeah, let's go.
Pay with the wet phone because they got the little pay thing on the phone.
Man,
that's cap. That's super cap. Yeah.
Cap ain't about nothing.
Cap ain't about nothing.
Cap ain't about nothing, man.
Real.
Outside.
Real.
I was listening to an old dedication, and I remember when I had wrote it out too. I had asked you. There had been rumors at the time about you signing to Jay-Z. And he was like, I thought about it, but, there was that situation. But then I had my situation over here. My situation over here was was this situation. So, you know what I mean? Now I'm over here. We got Young Money, Cash Money.
Yeah.
And, you know, the rest of the story is pretty much history. But, you know, it's almost like you got to a point where, you know, and it's interesting to watch kind of Drake go through that same thing where, like, you know, Hove was at a space where, you know, we all looked up to his accomplishments.
Exactly.
And then you got to a point where it's like, okay, like, you know, he's like my peer now. Like, I'm on deck now. Like, then, you know, he becomes the competition almost, and then coming full circle friend, and then becoming, you know, a business partner with him.
Still a mentor. Still a mentor. No more, no less. Still a mentor. I'm still looking right up to everything he do. Still trying to be right up there with him, man. Yeah, he still hit me up every other day trying to tell me what move to make, what move not to make.
Who are you most competitive with?
Myself. Myself. Plain and simple. Myself, man. I'm my biggest critic. I'm my biggest fan. I'm everything.
That's it. Who are you most competitive with?
Same thing. The mirror. Same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Me and the
I have
mirror.
none in my house. I broke them all.
You broke the mirrors?
I'm joking.
I gotta ask you while I got you here, maybe give me some ammo against them. What's your earliest memory of working with Drama and Cannon?
Just the whole situation. Just
tell your age. Go ahead.
Honestly, just it's not really a memory. It's just a feeling. I remember not knowing that what we were doing was so loved and paid. I didn't know that many people was paying attention to what we was doing. And once I did, that's why you got like 30 dedications, 30 gangsta grills. I remember the feeling. I remember telling Mac or Tez or somebody like, man, they know how I am. It could be somebody, the president could be elected, a new president could be elected, and I wouldn't know. So they know. I was like, man, I ain't know that shit be like that, man. Everybody fucking with it. It's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, we gotta keep doing these bitches. That's how I remember that. Didn't you used to have the
the beard?
Yeah.
You used to have dreads.
That was
if you
before
really
I
want to go.
That was that real Philly shit. You wasn't on. You was on some Sunni shit.
Oh, it was a little long.
I heard you was a hippie.
I
heard you was a
I was on the
hippie.
bus with Tip. Tip was on the phone with Wayne, and we had never talked. And I was making Gangsta Grills, like just using songs off the Squad Up tapes. And I was like, "Yo, what's up? Let's do a tape." And then we got in. I met him at Patchwork. That was the first one I came out. I was like, "Yeah, let's call it Dedication." And we did the tape, and then, you know, the rest is history on that. And then there was during those times when Tip was telling me he was listening. He was like, "Yo, some of that shit you be saying, I don't like that." He one of the first people to make me really feel like what I was saying was fly shit.
Yeah.
Like, Tip was like, "Yo, that every street nigga ain't a rapper. Every rapper ain't a street nigga shit. Like, that's some shit right there." And then Tip was also the first person to say, "I'm the hottest in the city without a Gangsta Grills." You know, which was quite a moment too. Like when you put that into perspective, because, you know, Gangsta Grills had become such a standard where here was one of the hottest niggas in the city without a Gangsta Grill. So it was kind of like a light jab, but a compliment.
Straight up, you know it.
You know what I mean?
Man, hey, bro. Hey, young. I'm up at this. I'm up here with Drama, young. I'm right here on the.
I think he talking to me. But yeah, though, that was like.
Oh yeah, I'll let you know.
It wasn't really a memory. It was the feeling, though. Yeah, I just remember once I know, like, man, this shit. The feeling. What I meant by that is, it became a different approach to the music. Right. Meaning, I started no longer wanting to give. I ain't started no longer wanting Drama to put out only songs. I'm doing my own little remixes too. I started giving them original music, you know, and I started approaching the mixtapes as, you know, they actually getting a little more recognition than the albums. You know what I mean? So start paying attention to what you're doing and how you're doing it on there, and still doing the same thing.
Right.
That's why when you ask me what's my favorite dedication, I'm gonna always say the last one, because I'm trying to get it. You only better than your last shit. So.
And we got another one coming too.
Oh, we got more than that.
When is that?
It's coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I also been working on some crazy shit for a mixtape, and we just didn't have a good name for it yet, but might as well just be with that.
The dedication was really the reason. Well, obviously that's where I got the name for the intro from. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it'd be dope if I call it Dedication too, because he did a lot of. Yeah.
Gotta be an album.
I'm not. It's today's time. It's almost got to be. You know, that's what the mixtape game is.
That's what make them folks think it's serious. Because you know what happened is I know this what it is. So much people put out bullshit on mixtapes that will once, like, you know, I mix my master my my shit be serious. I have a clean version for real.
I spent over 100 racks putting out a mixtape.
Fuck around with a mixtape, fam.
Shit mixed, mastered.
All that, fam.
I
So
be having features. Niggas be wanting, man. Hold up.
nigga be want pub on the mixtape, fam. Hey, fam, when nigga do that, everything, pay a producer, everything, and then like.
That's how good I'm gonna do a whole tour off this fucking mixtape.
Nah, for real.
Yeah, by the way, I wanted to come to the dedication tour. I told Matt, yeah.
You feel me?
I'm coming to the next one.
Yeah,
It's a big old skating affair, man.
You still got
A ramp on stage?
Yeah.
Nah.
What about in the booth?
And
It's not gonna fit in the booth.
He
What
do
you
got a
talking
skate
about?
ramp in the
booth?
booth.
A whole
Love.
ramp in
This
the
man
booth.
has a ramp.
Got a rap in the booth.
Yeah, okay,
Lord,
so
I ain't
yeah,
seen that
it's a
yet.
pet, right? So one ramp would be that one on this side, right, by the pimp. Yeah, it's two in this motherfucker.
Man.
Fam, man, the man's a weirdo, fam. The man, fam, I leave this, fam, I
like
can't
to
even
skate,
tell you,
yeah.
fam.
And I
The
like to
hours of
rap.
skating is like, fam.
I like shout out my man TJ from out here, part of the squad. TJ and Alex
Are they out here skaters?
and Nari. Yeah,
Okay.
Call the man at 4:30, man. The man ain't eating Waffle
4:30
House,
AM or
man.
PM?
He's at the skate
AM,
park.
motherfucker. He sleep in the PM. Ain't no need to trying that. That AM shit, man.
He on that
Home.
board?
Home breathing hard, talking about he gonna hit a nigga after he get through skating 4 a.m.
I remember when Stevie would tell me, like, June over here at the park right now. Up there when they used to have the joint over near Phipps Plaza.
yeah, man. I'm so mad they we
Yeah.
That was a nice spot.
We still had the code though, even when it was we still had the code, so we could still go in there. But somebody locked it from the inside, man.
He said we still had the code. Ah, that nigga too breaking in the skate park.
There's some skating
hard.
shit right there. See, I wanna-
Friday night shit, 888 Shade 45. Streets is watching. The Academy. Shout to Don Cannon, Trendsetter DJ Scent, Sarah Vivon, Speaker Fox, B-How on them boards. We are here. Lil Wayne, Titty 2 Chainz, Collegrove, the album in stores right now. Shout to Randy, shout to Mac Man, shout to Hood Boss. Let's get into some more music. 888 Shade 45 Friday night. Collegrove Special Edition. This is just part one.
You're listening to Shade 45.
Eminem Shade 45. It's me. The hype is real, man.